This episode has a little bit of a different focus. We're still talking about routines, but I was recently asked in our Facebook community about personal care routines. And that is what we're going to dive in today. So, this is actually going to be a really fun one. We're going to go into 3 main tips to help you find a personal care routine that actually sticks so that you can go on and feel great every day with still very minimal time. Are you ready to stop the chaos, the stress, the overwhelm that's filling your life? I'm Renae Matt, and together you and I are going to build simple routines that are going to change your life. When you put these habits into practice, you're going to be able to organize your life in a way where you can be there for your family, pay off your debt, save money, your house can stay organized, you don't have to stress about what's for dinner, and you still get time for yourself. So without further ado, let's get started. Welcome to the Routine Advantage Podcast. So this question was asked in our Facebook community, but if you do have a question, absolutely go in and join us there. Drop your question right in that group. You can go to facebook.com/groups/theroutineadvantagecommunity, or you can go to your organized life blueprint, scroll all the way to the bottom, and then leave a SpeakPipe message. You can just record an audio message where you can either leave a testimonial or ask a question if you're struggling with something, or if I haven't touched on something that you want me to focus on. You can do either one, and I would be happy to hear from you. I would love to answer your question and just hear what you think of the show so far. So let's get into the question. So this one came from Amy in our Facebook group, and she said, how about a daily personal care routine? I would like to take better care of my skin, hair, and teeth, preferably after my shower each night. Instead, I'm usually taking care of something else, or I just go to bed. Now, this resonated with me so much because I do have a very good personal care routine now, but I will be the first to admit that I haven't always. It's actually pretty gross. I don't know why I'm sharing this, but I used to, when we were first married, I used to do my makeup every day, obviously, and I would have it done, and I would kind of go all out, and I'd have the eyeshadow and the mascara and the eyeliner and all the things. It was a long time. It took a lot of work every day, and I think it took me probably 45 minutes to an hour every day to get ready, and I didn't want to do that every morning. This is so gross. I don't know why I'm sharing it. So I'd go to bed, and I would just not wash my face. And so then I would get up in the morning, and so many people would tell me, if I was staying at my parents', all my siblings, or if I was just anywhere, people would tell me, how does your makeup look so good in the morning? It just looks like you just put it on. So I started to take advantage of that, and I just started going to bed thinking if I lay this way, then I won't mess up my makeup, and then I will get up in the morning and I can get another day out of my makeup. Please do not do that. If you do that, please stop. It is so bad for your skin, and it's just kind of gross. So thinking back now to that, I used to do that. I was like, oh my gosh, what was I thinking? Don't worry. Now I wash my face every single night. My sisters used to tell me they couldn't believe that I did that, but they tease me about it all the time. But it's okay. I do have a good routine, a good routine now. And now thinking about doing that, I cannot imagine doing that every night. So once you get a routine in place, you just fall in line, and you can't go back. It's so much better when you feel clean and refreshed. If you're struggling with a personal care routine, depends on what you're focused on. So if it's the time commitment, if it is, maybe you're just tired at the end of the night, maybe it is you just don't know what to do and you're not sure where to start. It could be a number of different reasons of why you don't have a personal care routine set up yet and what you're kind of looking for. So I can share a few different things. I was trying to think of what could help in all of those aspects, and I kind of came up with 3 main tips that apply to all of the different areas, and you can kind of take those tips and just tweak them to what works best for you. But I actually, as a little bit of background, I went to school for cosmetology many, many years ago. I worked in that industry for a few years before I moved on to something else. And at that point, I still did hair and makeup and everything for family and friends. I moved out of the industry and I moved more into administrative. And about 3 years ago, I still work in administration, but about 3 years ago, I also became I have a side business where I do makeup and I teach people how to apply makeup that comes in one compact, and it's my favorite makeup ever. And it takes you literally 3 to 15 minutes, depending on how extreme you want to go and how glamorous you want to go that day, but it is incredibly quick. And so the last 3 years, that has been my side business, is teaching this type of makeup and helping women figure out, how to apply it for their face with minimal amount of time, minimal amount of makeup. And so I have a lot of experience in the personal care space, and I just love the way it feels, whether you are taking your makeup off and you're being refreshed at the end of the night, or putting your makeup on and having that kind of ritual in the morning of getting that fresh look and just going into your day feeling really good. I like both, and both are super fun, and I love teaching that type of stuff. So this was a fun question to come up. So to start, I kind of want to go over the 3 tips, and then I'll explain what my process is a little bit for my, nighttime, early morning routine. And that will hopefully help answer this question and give you kind of a starting point, whether it is, whatever type of personal care routine you are hoping to start implementing. But the number one tip is to decide why you want the personal care routine, and then to start small. So this might be if you are focusing on that you want to take your makeup off at night, focus on why you want to. Do you just not want to wake up with crusty mascara? Give yourself a reason why that sounds really good, so it's more enticing to make yourself actually want it and to want to put the work and the time into doing it. And this could be, as far as starting small, if that is your goal, is to just wash your face every night. You don't need to have a cleanser and an exfoliant and a toner and a moisturizer and a night cream and an eye cream and a serum and an oil and all these things. Don't worry about doing that. Yes, there are wonderful skincare systems out there, but if you're just trying to get this routine in place, start small. So if that is your goal, is to make sure that you have a fresh face every night when you crawl into bed, start with a good cleanser that's going to remove your makeup and remove all the impurities and everything with one cleanser. You might have to do a double cleanse, which means getting it really cleansed, rinse it all off, and then do it again with the same cleanser and do that. That's called a double cleanse. Rinse it off. You might have to do that, but you only need one cleanser for it. And then from there, pat your face dry and put on a good moisturizer every night. That is 2 things, a cleanser and a moisturizer, and then you're done. You don't have this whole 15-step process. It's very quick. Now, number 2 is, once you decide what you want to do, pair it with another habit you already have. Now, if washing your face at night is the goal that you have, then think of something you do every night. And one of those things might be putting your pajamas on. And so I have kind of a trick here, and it kind of goes into number 3. So I'm going to go back to number 2, but my tip number 3 is to make it easy on yourself. Whatever you choose, start easy and find easier ways to do what you do. So as an example of this, I love washing my face at night now, because it feels so good. And I love not waking up with the crusty mascara. It sounds gross, but it is gross. And that is one of the things that I absolutely love doing. But I have also noticed that when I wash my face at night, I don't like standing over the sink and washing my face. It's just a thing. It's easier for me to put a shower cap on and hop into the shower and wash my face and just do a real quick shower without washing my hair than it is for me to stand over the sink and wash my face and have it run down to my elbows and drip all over the floor. Like, I don't know if I'm just super uncoordinated about washing my face or if it's the angle or what it is, but it happens. So I have found that it is much easier for me, and this is the tip number 3 to make it easier on yourself. It is easier for me to put a headband, like a hairband on, and then throw a shower cap on to protect my hair from getting wet. And I just plop that on and hop into the shower quick. And that's where I wash my face. And then I get out and I'm super fresh to hop into my pajamas. That is the way that I prefer to do it. And I have found that that is easier for me. And I'm much more likely to do that than to just come upstairs and wash my face in the sink. I will be more tempted to skip it if I do it in the sink. So now I have just been showering every night. Like, that has become my routine. But now if I end up skipping a shower at night, I feel horrible in the morning. So it makes me want to do it, and it takes very minimal time. It's actually faster for me to do the shower than it is for me to do it at the sink. I don't know what it is. It's just weird. But things like that, if you can find a way to make it easier and it's easier for yourself to stick to it, do that and try to do something very simple that you know you can do that makes you feel really good. So I hope that actually makes sense. For me, if you're talking about a personal care routine, now I do like to keep it really simple. So I don't do a ton of stuff. I do probably do more than some people do, but I still try and keep it really simple. So right now, my process is at night, like I said, I hop into the shower with my shower cap and I wash my face with a good cleanser to remove all of my makeup. Every once in a while, probably once a week or once every 2 weeks, I probably should do it more often, but I don't. I will do a gentle exfoliant, but I wouldn't even worry about that if you're just trying to get a routine down to get your face washed at night. Just stick with the cleanser. And then from there, when I get out of the shower, I'll pat my face dry, but then I do spray on a toner, and that just helps balance the pH levels of your skin. It helps with acne control too, if you have any, like if you deal with blemishes and things like that. So I'll spritz some toner on, and while that toner, I'll let it sit for a few seconds, but before it's fully dry, while my skin is still damp, then I will put on a serum. Your skin absorbs the serum better when it's applied while your skin is still damp. So that's why I do that. And then from there, once that serum has soaked in, then I will apply my moisturizer. Some nights I will do an oil or an eye cream, but I don't worry about that. My main thing is the cleanser, the toner, the serum, and the moisturizer. Those are my staples. And then I go to bed, and in the morning, I will do a quick splash of cold water on my face. It kind of just takes off any excess serum that might be on my face, and my vitamin C serum, and that is it. And if I'm really running short on time, I just splash my face with cold water and I just go. That's it. And then I also have my makeup routine, which is minimal time that I can get it on and out the door, or on to my day with very minimal time. Like that takes me, just a couple of minutes too. And so I've made each process or each step really short and simple. And that has helped me be really consistent on building those personal care routines that I know that I feel good and I know I can do it in minimal time, and it doesn't take too much time out of my day for how good it makes me feel. And if that is something that you struggle with, if you're tired at the end of the night and you don't want to be doing that because you're just running ragged, try doing it before you sit down for the night. So if you are having dinner and your routine is to have dinner and then be home all evening, and you are, playing with the kids, or you're watching a movie, or you're reading, whatever you're doing in the evenings, and then you get up to go to bed and you're just like, oh, I'm just too tired, I just want to crawl into bed. Do it before you sit down for the evening. So maybe it's doing dinner and then doing cleanup from dinner and going straight upstairs to get ready for bed, wash your face, do all those things. Then, or, if you're not upstairs, obviously, then you can go wherever, but then you can go back to your family and have an evening, and maybe you're in your pajamas with your face washed and all those things. Like, that's okay. But try that. Maybe that's the key to helping you have that consistent routine at night, is just bumping it a little bit earlier so that you're not so tired when you go into that process. So I don't know if these helped at all, and let me know if you liked kind of veering off of our normal routine talk, but hopefully that was helpful and you find some good things to do with your personal care routine so that you can actually find something that you can stick with, because you keep it simple. So number one, decide why you want to start the routine you want, and start small. Number two, once you decide what to do with it, pair it with another habit you already have. And number three, find a way to make it even easier. So have a wonderful day, and I will see you on the next episode. Did you love that episode or learn something useful? If so, would you do me a huge favor? My goal is to grow this podcast and help as many women as I can break free from the overwhelm so they can truly enjoy their life. The best way for me to do this is for you to leave a 5-star written review on your podcast app and to share this episode with a friend or in your Instagram stories. I appreciate you being here. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you on the next episode. Take care.